Hi, hello, and welcome, guys. This is Hamsika, and welcome to my show Long Distancing. So, here we are, week 2, with another guest, another special episode, and another dose of inspiration and learnings. So, today's episode is with my dearest darling Kavya Bhat, who is an amazing artist specializing in mandalas and watercolors. She's an educator and a travel enthusiast as well. Recently, her artworks got selected for the prestigious Nari Kala Mahotsav exhibition by Akanksha at the Chitrakala Parishad in Bengaluru. I first got introduced to Kavya as my close friend's girlfriend, but we hit it off straight from day one. Even before I met her in person post their wedding, we had become such good friends. Our friendship has bloomed so well over the years. She stands as one of the biggest support system and my confidant whenever I feel happy or low. I am super excited to have her on my show today. You can check out her amazing artworks on her Instagram page Avyakta and as well DM her if you would like to take classes. She is surely an amazing teacher as teaching runs in the blood given the fact that her parents, Mr. Krishna Bhatt and Mrs. Bharti, are retirees from this noble profession of teaching. So without waiting any further, let's get started with the show and welcome Kavya on board. So Kavya, thank you so much for joining my show Long Distancing. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I'm good, doing good, and I'm little nervous about this because this is my first time. So, kind of nervous and feeling excited too.
Oh, that's lovely. And I know it also feels awkward because this is the first time we are having a formal setup like this. This is not how we usually talk.
Exactly.
So I know it's the same feel here. Being an independent artist is, I'm pretty sure, not easy. So when you decided to resign from your supply chain role and become a full-time artist, how was your journey and what impact did it have on your mental health?
It was definitely a very bold decision for me because I had been working right after my graduation, and always I had dreamt of corporate career, and I was like in every company or role, whatever, wherever I was working, I was always dreaming of achieving something high in my career, and I was always focused with that part, and also getting the salary, fixed salary by end of every month for 8+ years, and suddenly this one decision will change a lot of things, not just financially but also mentally. So it was really a big decision for me at that stage, but then I also felt that if I don't take this hard bold step now, then I might not take it someday later. That was also there in my mind, though it started with a lot of confusions. But then I decided to take that bold step because work culture in Singapore was different from India. And I was constantly stressed balancing both work life and personal life. And I really wanted to take my stress out, to be normal, to be happy, and it was also like challenging for me. How will I just get out of this stress zone? I was thinking for that, and I thought, okay, let me join a hobby art class because from childhood I was never a art kid because I was, yeah, that is one surprising thing many would not know because usually you ask any artist, they would say that I used to like art from childhood, I used to draw from childhood, but I was the other way, girl, who never used to like drawing and
really?
art. Yeah, I was never into that. Even in my,
I didn't know.
even in my 11th, 12th, I had biology subject where we had to draw the record books and all.
Yeah.
And I used to make my friends draw or take or trace it. So I was never into art during that phase. But when I started working, that stress really made me get into an art class as a hobby, like weekdays office, and weekend I used to go to some art class to relieve all this stress, and it used to help me a lot. I started realizing, like slowly I started realizing how much I love doing it, how much I used to feel happy, and that was the major stress buster for me from everything. I used to forget the whole world when I'm doing art. That was my best time, and I started discovering a new side of myself. So that led me to think that I want to pursue art as a full time, quitting my full time well paid job, and that too after working for 8+ years. So that was the main reason behind. But okay, the decision was made, though there was many sleepless nights considering this decision. Imagine, yeah. I made this decision, and without even getting into the art or having a stable platform in art career, I quit my job. That was one another biggest step in my life, because that is not easy. Many think that we will quit the job once the art is stable, once the art profession is stable, but I did not do that. I first quit my job, then it took me 1 year to realize which medium of art I want to do, I want to pursue. That 1 year I dabbled in all the art mediums, right from pencil sketching till like oil painting, acrylic painting. I did glass painting, so it was like I dabbled in all mediums, and finally, after 1 year, I realized that I love doing mandalas and I love watercolor medium. That's how I got into it. And in this process, the whole 1 year, there was a lot of mental struggle, because people used to talk in a way that art is just a hobby. Yeah. And why did you quit your well-paying job just for art? And they used to think that I'm doing art only as a hobby after my household work, and when I'm free to get out of boredom. But that was not the case. I was seeing art as a profession. I wanted to be a professional fine artist. So whenever I used to meet people, they used to ask questions directly or indirectly, which led me to think many times that if I made a wrong decision. Did I make a huge mistake by taking this drastic step? Because another thing is, as an entrepreneur, it is not an easy journey. One will not get paid just because you label yourself as an entrepreneur and you want to showcase your art, and you try to get orders, or you advertise for classes. No, nobody will come, because everyone wants in this social media world. I don't know if I should be happy or sad, but people judge you based on the number of followers rather than the value or the talent they actually have. The hard work they actually put in, and they don't see whether you actually have the potential to teach art, to take art to people. They don't see that. I have been judged in that way also. So it was not at all an easy decision, and it took a lot of toll on my mental health as well. Even now, many don't understand what I'm doing. And but now it's been a long way for me, because I think that I don't have to explain to anyone. Now, if anyone asks me, do I regret the decision, then I would absolutely say them that no regrets. Though I have hardships, though I'm still facing a lot of challenges in this profession, I absolutely have no regrets, because art is something that has given me a lot of confidence, that actually brought me out of low mental phase as well. I remember there was a phase when you had
someone or the other steal your artwork and put it out there as their own. So your profession comes with its own challenges, which people don't understand at all. When you figured out these things that your art was stolen and published by someone else, was it difficult for you to handle it?
Yeah, absolutely. The first time when I got to know that my works were simply copied and published somewhere, I was so shocked. Rather than shocking thing, it was like I almost had tears because I didn't know how to handle that. I felt really bad because after putting so much of effort and someone is just simply copying it.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't accept that. So I approached the person, like either you give the credits or take down the post. And some people, innocently, they would not know all these things. They would be there and they would just do art in their leisure and they simply copy and put it there. So they, when they get to know, they will agree to that and they mention the credits, and that's absolutely fine. But if they don't agree to that, and if they are misusing it, then it's really bad. And I am damn sure that any artist will agree to this, that they cannot accept such things.
As you were mentioning how much of a stress buster it was when you initially started doing it. So, can you give us a bit more? I've heard a lot about mandala therapy, and I'm sure you would have a lot of ideas. So, can you give us some info about what exactly is mandala therapy?
Yeah, to begin with, art as a whole itself, one of the tried and tested ways in therapies. So, but some people, they do not find time to get into proper painting or learning that, and they don't want to put in so much of time into it because of their own busy work schedules and family schedules. But they are having that mental stress. So many people go to this art therapies where they relieve all their stress and they feel really better. There are a lot of certified therapists who do this. That is one thing. And mandala is something, it's not just an art form, but it is a whole lot other things are associated with mandala. You can associate mandala with a spiritual journey, you can associate it as an art, you can mandala is something I feel that I can resonate it with my whole life. I've been doing mandalas from so many years, and I have seen lots of changes in my own personality. I feel more focused now. My concentration levels have improved tremendously after I started doing mandalas, and patience. I was short tempered, and now if I feel angry, I know how to control it. And mandalas definitely help a lot to get that extreme level of patience. And third is they are the immense peace you get while not just drawing mandala. Even you can use mandalas as a meditation form. Just there are like many yoga classes and many other classes where they hang on the spiritual mandalas for meditation purpose, and it definitely helps. So you just keep staring the mandala and just concentrate on your breathing, and you will see the instant effect on your mental peace, and how you feel so fresh. It makes your mind totally clean, and you will get rid of all those negative thoughts. It leads you to think positively. So it's like uh, one form, but it is having like tremendous benefits from it. You get lot of these PDFs where you have the all the mandala outlines, various forms of outlines which you want to just pick one, and both adults and kids can do this. You can just sit and color, or you can just fill it with the patterns. So I'll just show you an example for that, how it would be.
Wow.
So this is my PDF where I will be giving this PDF form which I had created for people especially who don't want to draw, but they want to relieve their stress. They want to have like peaceful mind before starting their day. Morning when they wake up, they can just take a printout of this, either color inside this or just fill any random patterns, which definitely makes a lot of difference. Or they can even just do a simple doodling, need not to be mandala, just take out some colorful pens and just draw some.
Wow.
This one, I actually made it when I was feeling low. I had an art block phase. I was not able to create anything. I was not able to work. I was not able to concentrate on anything. I had overwhelming thoughts and negative thoughts. At that time, I sat. I did not think of even drawing mandala at that period of time because I had no energy to do that. So I simply pulled out some colorful pens, started drawing lines, and I just filled up a page. By end of this, I had around 3 to 4 ideas of mandala art. I got new ideas. So it is that effective for this session. For your audience, I would like to give this as a freebie also. If anyone is interested, they can get in touch with us so that I'll share the PDF version of this and they can use it for their coloring or for they can give it to their kids for coloring. Art actually gives you that inner peace. I've never heard that art doesn't give me peace or art doesn't give me happiness kind of statement from anyone, even from non-art people.
So, coming back to what we were discussing about this whole aspect of mental health shift and stuff. So, has there been a decision that you have taken which you feel has been an absolute life changer for you, and it has uplifted you so positively that you're proud of the decision?
Is it like professionally or personally?
Anything that you would like to share.
Of course, professionally, as you already said, taking up art as a full-time job was definitely a life-changing decision. And another, if I have to say on personal aspect, learning of saying no to people.
Even that's a wonderful.
Even to our own family member, be it my dad, mom, husband, whoever it might be. When I'm uncomfortable with something they ask me to do, or earlier I used to do it because I was afraid I might lose a friend, I might become a bad daughter, or I might become a bad person. That fear used to pull me back, and I never used to say no.
Even you felt very obligated, I'm sure.
Yes. So learning that changed a lot of things in my life. Because and also saying no doesn't mean that I disrespect other person or I am rude or nothing of that sort. You can always communicate well and also tell them that this is something that you're not interested to do or you don't want to do it, and still you make the other person understand it. So in that way, saying no has tremendously changed my life, and also setting the boundaries, which I never did during my childhood days. A lot of people took advantage of me in the name of friendship or whatever. So I used to always please people. No, I can't say even please, because it was way too much for me mentally when someone used to tell me or even directly mock me down in front of others. I never used to open my mouth. I used to gulp everything inside, and I used to suffer myself thinking I might lose a friend or I might lose that person, or I did not had the courage to speak up. But now I know how to speak up for myself. I know how I have to stop people from disrespecting me. And I don't say I've learned completely. Of course, life is you have to keep learning the whole life. There is always something new to learn. That is what I believe in. But definitely, whoever are in that sort of phase, I strongly recommend them that these two things, saying no and setting up boundaries, that is much required for their own mental peace.
That was a lot of informative and an insightful session. So thank you so much for sharing your experience and being so honest about whatever you went through. I'm pretty sure someone out there who is going through the same thing is definitely going to be inspired, and I hope they take up the courage like you did to step up for what needs to be done. So okay, so that's all to do with the seriousness of the topic. So let's do something fun now. So I have some fun questions for you, which I would like to ask, and you have to be quick.
Oh,
Really quick. So, are you ready? Let's make it
yes.
rapid and full of fire, as someone says on that show.
Okay, let me give it a try.
Yeah. So, would you rather give up on your favorite food or forget your celebrity crush? This or that?
And without second thought, I'll give up on my celebrity crush because I can't give up on food.
I feel the same. Someone says no Gobi for life or you forget Rakshit Shetty. I'm like, okay, I'll try to forget Rakshit Shetty. I want Gobi. Awesome. Okay. Would you rather chew a raw onion for 10 minutes or 2 raw garlic heads for 30 minutes?
Oh my god. I think I'll go with the onion. It's just 10 minutes.
10 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the weirdest food you have tried till date?
I think I've not tried any weird food because I always ask my husband to taste first. After seeing his facial reaction and everything, I would taste so.
So he's the guinea pig. So we should ask
the one
him
who
questions.
always tries everything, and I'm like, I'll experiment on him first, and then slowly, safely take it off
And try it.
myself. Yeah.
Okay, alright. So, does anyone ever laugh at your jokes or do you have to laugh at them yourself?
I have to laugh at them myself. I'm very bad at jokes. I cannot never crack jokes.
So, if you ever get a chance to treat a celebrity crush of yours with lunch, who would you choose and where would you take them?
Oh, too many crush at this moment.
Okay, who's at the top of the list?
Very difficult question.
Yeah.
Okay, in Kannada industry, I would definitely say Rakshit Shetty. And since I'm a K-drama fan and I watch a lot of K-dramas, maybe someone from K-drama industry, if they are really accessible to meet and we can treat them for lunch, it's something like I think out of the world opportunity. So
Yeah.
maybe I would take Lee from K-drama
Yeah.
industry.
Yep. And where would you take them?
Not the restaurant. I'll take them to my native.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay, what dish would you serve them? Your favorite dish?
I would maybe I'll make them a full course South Indian vegetarian meal, and for evening snacks, if that is allowed.
I don't know. You never know.
I want them to treat with masal puri.
Oh.
I'm sure Rakshit Shetty would have tasted masal puri. He is a Kannadiga, but I would want to make the Korean celebrity
Yes,
have a
masala
masal puri gobi manchurian, all those street food, because I love masala puri and I can always dream about it. So I want them to taste that.
I have a feeling I might come on Gate Crash. You said masala puri, so you never know. Okay, have you ever re-gifted a gift that you received?
No, never.
No,
I
really?
treasure my gifts,
Mhm.
so I never do that. Even if I lose contact with that person, I usually keep that gift because it reminds me that good times with that person. So I would never re-gift a gift which I have received.
Oh, that's
I've
lovely.
never done that.
Have you ever fallen asleep during a class?
Yes, maths class. I hate math.
Okay, so that I thought you would say no to this.
I mean, my teachers wouldn't have noticed it because
Noticed it,
they always believed I'm a first bench student, very good and obedient and all those things. But yes, I mean, fall asleep in the sense I have struggled to keep my eyes open, but I have not listened to any of the lecture. In that way, yes. It's like daydreaming, opening my eyes and sleeping
And
kind
still
of.
sleeping.
I have definitely done that during my math classes.
Amazing. Okay. So have you ever tried touching your nose with your tongue?
No,
Do you want to give it a try?
no. I've fallen for this before.
Okay, awesome. If you win a lottery and decide to spend it all on travel, which country would you visit first?
Oh my god. Definitely, I will go to Europe and spend. I want to spend at least 1 year in Europe, traveling all the countries there. So I might spend.
Me. I thought you were going to say Australia first. And you want to go back to Europe, which you already visited.
No, we have visited, but that was not all enough. After that visit till now, I always dream about Europe, and currently in Europe, Norway is on my top list. Norway, Iceland. I really want to experience the Northern Lights. So that is something sitting on top of my list, but I don't know when that is going to happen. Of course, Australia is on my list, and that is only because of you and for you. Because otherwise, I think Australia would not be anytime sooner in our list.
Yeah.
So that is there.
Okay, so your last question. You have to answer this very carefully. Imagine I'm sitting next to you and your husband is in the next room. You get a message saying that you have cracked a big art project. So are you going to give this good news to me first, or will you walk and go to your husband and tell him first? Don't forget, I'm sitting right next to you.
Yeah, you're sitting right next to me. Of course, I'll burst out immediately to you. But when I tell it to you, I think my husband will also hear me because my voice is so loud. Maybe the person outside our house also will hear.
Will listen to this.
Yeah.
I'm happy you chose me over him. I hope he's not in the other room listening to this conversation.
He's definitely listening to this, and I guess after this interview there will be one more session for you.
Yes. What are these questions? Oh, that was amazing. That was so good. So thank you for answering all those questions. Quick and rapid, but there's no gift. I don't have a hamper to give anyone. How sad. I have to increase my budget now. Anyway,
you plan for a trip. That is the gift.
Oh, intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, thank you so much for doing this interview with me. Had a lovely time discussing, and as I said, it was as much insightful and as much fun. So before I let you go, from your learnings and from your experiences in life so far, if there is something that you would like to suggest all the people who are viewing this interview, or anyone in general, what would that be?
I would say be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind to everyone, because everyone will be facing their own battles, fighting their own struggles, and we might not know what the other person is going through. So never ever put that person in a place where they can't answer your question, or you just have to be kind to them. It's okay if you don't know about their personal life, or even if that person is your closest friend and that person is not sharing things with you, it's okay. You can check with them. There is nothing harm, but don't do it in a way where you are affecting that person's peace of mind, and always try to understand what that person is going through, rather than being rude or having judgmental assumptions about the other person. Try to be kind. Kindness is really important, because many are battling their own battles without sharing it to even their own family members, even the closest person in their life. There would be such struggles where they can't share anything to anyone, and just being kind to them makes them feel a lot better. That is something I really want to tell other person.
And in a world like today, definitely kindness is what is required. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing. So thank you so much, Kavya, for being a part of my show, and I had an amazing time with you.
Actually, this is something very new to me. I've never done a conversation like this with anyone, and I'm extremely grateful for you, because you made me do this. I was like, whenever you were asking me, I was always denying saying one or the other thing out of fear, but you made me come out of my comfort zone, face the camera, talk my thoughts, and you gave me this platform to express myself. I really expressed many things which I couldn't express all these years. I have never expressed so much about art, or mental health issues with anyone out on my social media, or publicly. So this is way out of my comfort zone what I've done, and now I feel that I should have said yes to you long back. Because yeah, I feel so good talking about all this and having a conversation with you, especially. This is really going to be one of the most memorable thing in my life. So I'm very grateful to you, and thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was a fun episode, also filled with so much information, and I'm pretty sure you would have taken something out of this episode. Keep watching and keep supporting us as we make an attempt to know about more professions, the stress busters, the stress blocks, the roadblocks that they get, and how they handle it. And if you're being in a situation like this and you have had other ways to deal with the stress, please let us know in the comments below, so we keep sharing and we keep increasing our knowledge on we keep spreading the awareness basically. So yeah, keep the chain going, and keep watching us, keep supporting us, and take care.